All right, so like I said, I'll do the last two just to get us started. How do we write percentages as fractions? Well, very easy. We just write the percentage over 100, and then we have to simplify. So in this case, I'm going to divide both numbers by 2, unless you can find a quicker one and a faster one straight away, and I think 4 would have worked better. But just to show you, 32 over 50. You can divide them both. You can divide them both by 2. Just cool. All right. So 32 over 50, and then divide that again by 2. Divide that by 2, you get what, 16 over 25. And then does that simplify any further? It does not, so that would be the answer for this in simplest form. Same thing with question 9, 1% over 100. So that just becomes obviously 1 over 100. All right, can you guys start on the next question? So can you start from question 1 and write your answers while I try to sort this out with Anissa, please?
I already did it from before.
Nice. I would say to still do it again to make sure you know what you're doing exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, so do we type it just into the chat?
No, you're just meant to write it down for yourself, and then I will pick out everybody to tell me their answers.
I think she joined because it said on the side she joined.
I think it looks like she has joined. She's not here anymore. Yes, Anissa, you're in now.
Yeah, I'm in.
And you can see my screen.
Oh yeah, now I can.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. Let's do it. All right. Maya, let's do the first one together then. 80% over 100. So what are you going to do?
Because when you said it, when I was about to ask for help, you said, "Oh, I need I'm gonna help that girl."
Yes.
And then I was like, I didn't know if I should ask because I thought you were just gonna do that, and I was
like. Fair enough. So 80%. This is going to be 80 over 100, right? You understand that now?
Yeah.
And then obviously you're going to cross out your zeros in this one. You got 8 over 10. And what are you going to divide them both by? So that you can simplify them even further. 2. So it becomes 4 over 5. Easy. All right. Next one. Alvaro, let's try the next one together. 70%.
Okay.
So what does that simplify?
Okay, so just like 80%, it starts off as 70 over 100. Then you can take off zeros from each number to simplify it. Yep. And I don't think you can simplify it.
That's it. The answer. You are correct. Thank you. Adele, next one, 23%.
23 over 100.
And can you simplify that any further?
No.
Good job. Anissa, next one, 35%.
35 over 100.
Yeah.
When the sun's all the way down,
Divide them both by what?
5, so that'll be 7 over.
This is not complete.
7 over 20.
Yeah.
Good job. Bobby, next one, 12%. Bobby, can you hear me?
Oh no, my mic was just muted.
Okay, yep, 12%. So 12 over 100.
3 over 25. Yeah,
3.
and then I simplified it by 6. I mean, sorry, by 2.
By 4.
And then
Oh, by
it goes
2.
6. Yeah, by 2. Then it was 6. Then to 6 over 50. Then I simplified it to 3 over 25.
Good job. Or in my case, I just divided it by 4 straight away because I could see that. And that's it. Good job. Gracia, let's do the next one. Question 6. Question 6. 25%. Gracia, can you hear me? Maybe your mic's on mute as well. Isaiah, I'll come back to you. Isaiah, 25%. What are you going to write?
25 over 100.
Yes.
And then
I can divide them both
divide by 5.
You can divide by 5, yeah. So that becomes 5 over 20. And in fact, you can still divide it again by 5. So what's 5 divided by 5? 1. 20 divided by 5. Easy.
Yep.
And Isaiah, you might even know 25% is a quarter. Yeah, so you could have just done like.
Okay.
Gracia, your mic's not working still? No, that's okay. Leave it. You don't have to talk right now. Question 7, 6%. Easy, 6 over 100. Divide them both by 2. 3 over 50. And then question 8, I think, again, just using the same knowledge we did here. 25% is a quarter. 75% is 3/4. All right. Let's start these questions here, the ones that are a little bit harder. What's our first rule that I would like us to all know when we see mixed numerals like this? What have we done when we were doing adding fractions, dividing fractions? What was our biggest rule I wanted us to get used to when we saw mixed numerals? Convert to
Improper fraction.
Yeah, thank you. Improper. You got to convert to your improper fractions. That's got to be your first thing you've got to do. You can't use 4.5. So, question 11. 4.5%. The first thing I'm going to do is go improper. So 4 times 2, 8 plus 1 more, 9. 9 over 2%. 9 over 2% means divide by 100, right? That's what we've been doing, over 100, divide by 100. Next line. What do we do when we divide? Well, we can't divide, can we? We have to multiply and flip. This is divided by 1, an imaginary 1. So if I flip this side, it looks like this. That becomes 9 over 200, which I don't think can actually simplify. I believe that's the final answer. So, anybody have any questions for me at this stage? Maya, do you feel like you understood everything I just said?
Yeah, kind of. Like it was.
Divide 100 and then multiply by 1 over 100. That's really important. You get that. And I didn't write it like this. Let me just make that clear. So I didn't write 9 over 2 over 100. That just looks too messy. So I didn't really write it as over 100 like we did here, because these ones just had one number, so they were easy to write over 100. When you've got a fraction, and you want to divide it by another fraction, you should usually use it like this, going sideways.
I'm not sure if you're writing right now because I can't see it. I think my Wi-Fi is going slow or something.
Okay. I wasn't writing much. Anybody have any questions on the 4.5%? We understand how we converted to this. And then divide 100, multiply, flip. Yes? All right, can you guys try
I've
question
got a
12?
question.
Yes, go ahead.
So that thing next to the 4.5, is that a division symbol?
That's a percent. 4.5%.
Oh, percent. Okay.
Yeah. Then that becomes 9 over 2 divided by 100, which then becomes 9 over 2 times 1 over 100. And then you just go straight across when you're multiplying.
Which one are we doing now?
Try question 12 and question 13. So try question 12 first. Let's just see if you guys can get it.
Which question are we doing now?
Question 12, right here.
Okay. So Sam, do you always times it by 1 over 100?
Correct.
Okay.
That's right. So I'll start writing some things down. If you feel like you don't have the same thing I've written, let me know and I can stop. Okay. Does anyone have an answer for me for question 12?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got 33 over 300.
Say that again. I got the 30. No. Did you get this line? Did you get the line up here that I've written? 100 over 3 times 1 over 100. Were you able to get that line out?
Where do we get the 100 from, like, from on top of the 3?
How did I get this 100 in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, how do we convert this to an improper fraction? Isn't it 33 times 3 plus 1? Do you remember that?
I can't see where you're writing because I think my Wi-Fi is slow.
33 times 3 is
What?
99 plus 1 equals 100. You do this times this plus this. That's how we convert.
My Wi-Fi is slow. I don't know what you're writing.
You can't see it at all?
No.
I got 1 on 3. Gracia, you're right. Good job.
I got the same thing.
Perfect.
I wanted to.
So, Maya, still you can't see nothing?
Nothing yet.
Oh, gosh. That was bad. 1
1 over 3.
over 3. You could have done it by just crossing out the 100s. That's just a quick way of doing it. And then 1 over 3. For those who did that, really clever, good job. For those who didn't,
Wait, what
multiply.
if we just done it just by the third next to the 33?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Let's try to look for shortcuts, Adele. That doesn't. Question. Maya, still nothing? It's still frozen.
Okay, got it now. It just popped up.
Oh, wow. Maybe you got to use your sister's hotspot next week. Might work better.
Yeah.
Question 13. 12.5%. Let's try that one. First try it yourselves. 12.5%. Oh, sorry, but those who can start at Maya. Just what you were saying. How did you get 100? You just do 33 times 3, which is 99 plus 1 becomes 100. Becomes 100 over 3.
Wait, which question are we doing?
We're doing question 13 now.
Okay.
Well, I'm just explaining to Maya. Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you remember us multiplying?
Yeah.
And add? Yeah. That's all.
Let me just do it.
And you just multiply, flip, and cross out. Try question 13 when you're ready. One over 8. I think you're right. We'll wait and see. Good job. All right. My turn. Question 13. 12.5%. That becomes 12 times 2, 24 plus 1, 25 on 2%, which means 25 on 2 divided by 100, which means...
Wait, is that question 13?
Yep. And then this becomes 4 times.
21 over 2.
No, 1 over 2 times 4.
8.
8. And this will be 1 times 2 and 4. Yeah, Adele, look. How many times is 25 going to 100? 4.
Once.
25 goes into 100 4 times. Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
22 4 is 8. Your next question. Let's try this one. Maybe not yet. Try question 15, please.
Wait, can you go back to question 13?
Yep, I will do that.
Can you go back to question 13? Yeah, there.
For those who are ready, you can start question 15. It's just down here. Some of you, it's very loud. There you go. Okay, let's try the next one. 87.5%.
Sam, your like the thing's froze for me.
Can you see it
Same.
moving or not? Right now?
Yeah, it's still frozen. I don't know if you're not just moving or it's just frozen.
Oh, same. Okay.
He's
It
not
looks like it's
moving on
wasn't
my
used.
screen. He is moving on my screen.
Now I am. Like now
No,
I'm.
yeah, no, you are.
Oh yeah, I see that. It's just a bit
Yeah.
glitchy. I see it.
87.5%. Okay. 87 1/2. So again, 87 times 2. 87 times 2 becomes 174 plus 1, 175 over 2, divided by 100, which becomes 175 over 2 times 1 over 100, and then we've got to do our magic. All right, I think the easiest way for this one would probably be just to go straight across. Divide by 5, divide by 5, 175 divided by 5 should
I
give you...
can't see what you're writing right now.
I think you probably have to go back over the video afterwards if it keeps glitching for you.
Okay, it just came up.
7 over 8.
Yeah.
All right, go through that. Tell me what you get, Maya, or what you don't get, and I'll go through it for you.
For what's it called? When you got up to 175 over 200, I just found it easier to go divided by 25. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Anybody have any questions for me for this particular question, or can I move on? Okay. There's no questions. I'm moving on. So percentages as decimals. They're not too complicated. So the idea with percentages as decimals is to change the following first to fractions and then to decimals. Well, yeah, well, I mean, 80%, you guys can probably see if you need to get it as a decimal, you can just go back 2 places. It's probably a little bit faster than always trying to convert it to a fraction. So most of the easier ones, you could just go 80%, 0.8, 34%, 0.34, 8%, you got to go back 2 places, right? So that becomes 0.08. 18 3/4, well, 18 3/4 is 18.75%, which means you're going to start here at decimal, go back 2 places. 1, 2. That becomes 0.1875.
I'll be back.
Okay, 1875. So let's look at some of these questions. 26%, that becomes 0.56. 9%, you just go back twice, 1, 2. These are pretty easy, that's why I'm just flying through them. 110%, you go start at the end, 1, 2. So that actually becomes 1.10. This becomes 3.50. This becomes 0.01. Did anybody not understand what I did there? Percentage to a decimal. Okay. If you've already got a decimal,
Did we write that?
Oh, you don't need to, not those ones. Probably these ones are better to write. If you've already got a decimal, thanks. Question 11, 26.5%. If you've already got a decimal and you got to make it into a, if you've got a decimal percentage and you got to make it as a decimal only, then you start at the decimal and you go back twice, 1, 2. So the answer for this one is 0.265. Okay, I'll do another one. I'll do question 23. So I've got 27 3/5 as a percent. Well, first you've got to change the fraction to a decimal, which would have been last term, what we looked at. If you need to review that, you can just watch the videos. The 3/5 is going to be written as 0.6. So this becomes 27.6%. And then got to go back 2 places. 1, 2. 0.276 will be the answer for question 23. All right, can we please get started from question 12? We're going to do absolutely every single question here. So get started on question 12, please.
Okay.
Can you go over one more with me?
Yes, of course. 43.8. We'll do that one. You got to go back. You start from the decimal, go back 2 places to the left. What's the answer? What do you think, Maya?
4.38.
2 places. 1, 2.
Oh, but
Yes.
isn't the decimal at the 8?
Yes, it's like this right
So
now.
just 438.
0.438. Ready? 1, 2. So the answer is 0.438.
Ah,
The decimal's here now. It's moved to the left. 2 places to the left.
Wait, does it always have to move 2 places to the left?
Of course, because
Oh,
you're
okay.
dividing by 100. And if you divide by 100, what did we learn? 2 zeros. 2 zeros, 2 lefts. 2 to the left. 3 zeros, 3 to the left. But because you're only dividing by 100, it's always going to be 2 to the left.
when it's fractions, what do we do?
Yeah, like which one? Number 15?
Yeah.
You got to write it as a decimal. So 27.5%, what would you write it as?
I don't know.
You don't know what a half is. 27.
Oh, yeah, I do. 50.
Yeah, that's it. 27.5.
Oh.
And then you just got to go back twice. I'll be right back, you guys.
Well, what questions do we do?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll start putting some of the answers on. Let me know if your answers are different.
It's like frozen for me now. It's like, oh wait, there it goes.
Sam,
Mm-hmm.
when you do like if it says like half, quarter, or like a third or fourth, does that
Yes.
mean is that out of 100?
Correct. So a
Yeah.
quarter is 25 out of 100, so that's why I got 25. Or a half is 50, so 0.5.
Yeah.
3/4 is 75, so I was 75. Yeah.
It's a newly.
Sorry. Anyone have any questions? Anyone still going? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just wait a little bit longer.
Are we just waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone that
Well, I've got a
still,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, that thing that says question 15, 27.5%,
Question 15.
is that
Yeah.
like a replacement of the answer? So 0.275 was wrong?
Is the answer. No, this is the answer. So this
Oh,
27.5% is
What was this?
27.5.
Okay.
This one's just a way to write half. Half is 0.5.
Ah,
And
okay.
then you just go back to okay. Otherwise, nobody else has any questions? All good? Ready to move on? All right.
Yeah.
Done. Fractions and decimals, 2 percentages now. Well, pretty easy. If we were going from percentages to fractions and decimals, we were dividing by 100. So this way we were dividing by 100. If you're going from these two percentages, you multiply by 100. You do the opposite. So fractions or decimals times by 100, they become percentages. So 0.06, you times by 100, which means go 2 to the right, 1, 2, that becomes 6%. Or if you had 2 over 5, you times it by 100, yeah, and then you just do, 200 over 5, which becomes 40%. 200 divided by 5 is 40%. I think this makes sense. 3.024 times it by 100, you move it 1 twice, put the decimal there, that becomes 302.4%. Right, and just show that a little bit larger again. There it is. Once, twice, that's where your new decimal is. So this becomes 302.4%. Again, what if I had 2 and 4 over 5? I can't use mixed numerals. I convert that to a improper fraction. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Over 5 times by 100. And then again, you could either go straight across, which I might, or you could have just cancelled out 105 is 20 over 5, and then you could have divided them both by 5. 1400 divided by 5 is 280. If you're not sure how to do that division, you could do it always like this. 5 into 14 goes twice, remainder 4. 5 into 40 goes 8 times. 5 into 0 goes 0. So 280. Don't forget. You could always just go back to your long division. Any questions? We all understand if we've got a decimal or fraction, multiply by 100, we get it as a percentage. Okay? If we're comfortable with that, can we start these, please? Unless you want me to go through 1 or 2, I can do that. If you're feeling comfortable, you can get started.
Can you go through 1 or 2?
Yep. Do you want to pick the ones that you feel like, well, I don't know what to do at all?
The number 8. That one.
8. Okay, question 8. Let's try that. So 7 over 10. If it's a fraction, I'll just multiply it by 100. So then I can cross out this 0 and this 0, and that just becomes 70%.
Is that it? And
Yes, that
then
is
what
it.
with the number 5?
Sorry, number 5?
Number 5, yeah.
0.85. You have to multiply by 100, which means move the decimal 2 places to the right. So that becomes 1, 2. So your new number becomes, obviously, 85%. Okay, let's get started. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
What was the answer to question 10?
Question 10. How did I
Yeah.
get that one?
Yeah.
That's a tricky one, isn't it? Okay. Well, I mean, I've memorized this, so you should also memorize a third is 33 and a third percent. So that needs to be memorized. Okay. But the best thing I could do for you right now is show it to you like this. 1 over 3 times 100. That becomes 100 over 3. Do you agree with that, Isaiah?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how many times does 3 go into 100? Well, it goes in 33 times with a remainder of 1. 1 over 3.
Right.
And then that's how you get it. But I would recommend memorizing these. I mean, I'm sure we should have memorized most of these by now. There. These got to be memorized so that when you see it, you're like half is 50%, a quarter 25%, a fifth is 20%. So 2/5 will be 40%, 3/5 is 60%, 4/5 is 80%. You know, and then 7 over 10 is 70%, 6 over 10 is 60, 5 over 10 50, and these ones 33 and a third. Okay, little bit harder. If no one's got any questions for those ones, let's start these ones. Convert these ones to percentages. Just a little bit harder, but exactly the same concept. You're still multiplying by 100. Good luck.
Then I'm not sure if we're doing something else, but my screen's kind of like frozen.
On which, like, you can't see the questions? Question 11 to 20?
No.
All right, just wait for it, I guess.
It's
really
going
weird.
through slowly, I think, now. Because it's like my Wi-Fi. Alright, I found it's there.
It's not your fault.
Sam,
Yes.
can you please go through question 12 with me?
Yes, of course. So, times it by 100. What are you going to do to that? You're going to start where? Where are you from? What do you think? Always start from decimal here.
Yeah,
And how many places are you going to move?
2
To the left or to the right?
to the right.
Yeah, because you're multiplying by 100 this time. So 1, 2, what's my answer as a percentage? 248%.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
for these ones, I'm not about to write the answer. I will give you your first line that you will need. And then maybe you can multiply by 100. Just so at least you can get them out. These are not the answers, okay?
Can you go through one with me? Like anyone's fine.
Like question 12?
No, like just like anyone, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just write these. 3 over 20 should be 0.15. So 2.15. Okay, so if you, for example, 2.5 is written as 2.5, right? And then if I want to get this into a percentage, I'll multiply by 100. So I've got to move it 2 times to the right. 1. Yeah, you with me with that, Maya? Look, 1. And
My
then
screen's
2.
frozen and it's really annoying because I can't see what you're doing.
250. Oh, you serious? 250. So you couldn't see any of that right now?
No.
That's crazy. What are you using? Are you using an iPad or are you
No,
using
no,
a... Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Same.
It's slow for you as well, Adele?
No, it's fine.
Oh. Oh, but you're using a laptop, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you're using a laptop, it should be fine. iPad's usually slower. That's what I was going to say. But actually, Maya, maybe are you using your sister's laptop or your own laptop?
My own laptop.
Yeah, maybe try your sister's one next week. It might just be the speed of the computer as well.
Okay.
I might slow it down.
Wait, Sam,
Yeah.
isn't this the last page of the whole thing?
I think so. Oh no, I think there should be problem solving. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, problem solving.
Yeah. Maya, anyways, did you get that? Can you now see question 13?
No.
2.5? Still can't see it.
Oh, now okay, now.
2.50 becomes 2, and then you move it twice to the right. 1,
Wait.
2.
I can just see next to question 13, 2.5. That's all I can see next to it.
All right. It's all right. Look, you move 2 to the right. 1, 2. So from 2.5, if you move from the decimal, move 2 to the right, what answer would you get?
25.
Now you got to move 2 to the right. So 1 and then another 1.
Oh, 250.
That's it, 250. And that's the answer. And that's how we're doing them. Okay, I'll start writing the answers for each one and just let me know if you want me to do anything. Maya, can you see all the answers in red? Or not yet? No. Wow. All right, what about the others? Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
And it's all good? Like, do you understand?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you get anything wrong? Anything you want to go over? All right. Let's move forward. I was kind of planning on doing this next week. But why not do it now? Okay, percentages of quantities. So of just means times. So if you're saying find 8% of 500, 8% of 500, the way we'll do it is 8% is 8 over 100 times 500. And then of course, how many times does 100 go into 500? You would say, or cross out your 2 zeros, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that just becomes 8 times 5, 40. Find 70% of 320. That would just be 70 over 100 times 320. Again, you can cross out this 0 and this 0 and this 0 and this 0. It's just 7 times 32, 224. Any questions from I and double I? So of just means times. So this question says find 5% of 256. Find 5% of 256. Okay, so 5% is 5 over 100, but that doesn't really help us much. But what you can do is go and work out what 256 times 5 is, which is 1280. And if you're dividing by 100, remember, anything divided by 100, you start at the end and you go back 2 places. 1, 2. So what's my answer? 12.80. And I think you guys can start seeing like everything you've learned comes to play, like your division of hundreds, your fractions, your percentages, your decimals. So you've got to be really good at this. So try to execute these. 67% of 23. Of 23, again, you just do 67 over 100 times 23. So it's easier to do 67 times 23. There it is, it's already been worked out for us. 1541. You've got to still divide it by 100. So that means go back 1 twice. 15.41. Any questions for me there? All right, if you feel like you can do that, let's get started on these questions for me, please. So we'll do the first, we'll do questions 1 to 10. And that's it. And we are done with this. And then I'm just going to give you guys a lot of revision for the next few weeks on all the percentages, decimals, and fractions to make sure we don't forget it.
It's kind of frozen.
Frozen again for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I can't really do much about that right now. I've tried. The only thing I could think of, Maya, really is maybe you got to end the call, close your Skype, and start it up again, and join the call again. That's the
Can
best.
we, after, can we play Kahoot?
Let's see, depending on our next topic. So let's just try to do these 10 questions first, and then we'll see how we go.
Maya left.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I'll be back.
No problem.
Can you ask us individually to answer them?
Yes, that's what I will be doing. But I would like you guys to all do them
Yay.
first.
So the of means times.
Correct. Okay. Let's start with you, Adele.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
$5.
Yep.
$5.
Thank you. Next would be Alvaro. 20% of 70.
20% of 70. I got. Sorry. I got. I got 15.
No, that's not correct.
Oh.
You're close, so I think you might have done it.
I think I messed up somewhere.
Anyone else got a different answer for question 2?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Yeah.
I got 14.
14.
Yeah, $14. You're pretty close.
Yeah, same.
Good, good. All right. Next, Anissa, 5% of 200 grams.
Oh, I got $10.
5% of 200 is
Oh,
10.
10 grams.
Yep, good job. 8% of 1,500. Bobby, have you done that yet?
Wait, done which one? Question 5.
Bobby?
No, I didn't do that one.
Sorry?
I got up to question 4.
All right. I'll wait for you. No problem. I'll wait.
Okay. So I got 60.
Ooh, close. It's not 60.
I got a different answer.
Wait, Bobby, how did you do it? 8%. What did you write? 8 over 100. Is that what you wrote?
Yeah.
Times 1,500. And then what did you do?
After I did, let me see my working out.
Well, what would you do after, or whatever's on my screen? If you've got 8 times 1,500 over 100, what would you do now? I think there's 2 zeros here and 2 zeros here. Bobby, what do you reckon? No idea? Bobby?
My mic was just muted. Like, I actually don't get it. Like, I don't even know what I'll do from there.
Cross out the 2 zeros.
Oh.
And it's just 8 times 15, which is 120. Is that what you got, Adele?
I forgot. I just had to times it by 2.
Okay. Yeah. Adele, is that what you got?
Yeah.
Nice.
I do it another way.
How did you do it?
I normally do it because I already got taught at school. So the teacher showed me like for example 8 times 1,500, then I'll divide it by 100.
That's exactly what we have here.
Oh, yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
But not as a fraction like that.
But you are. Dividing is a fraction. You need to know that. Dividing 100 is the same as over 100. True? They're the same.
Yeah.
I think it's different math. The same math. Isaiah, have you done question 5 yet?
No, not yet.
No, you're still doing it? All right, I'll wait for you. Shouldn't be too hard, actually, if you're going to do it the way I just did it here. I'll wait for you.
Wait, when are we gonna do a Kahoot?
If we have time, right now, we still have to do these questions.
Okay, I got the answer.
What'd you get?
I got 60.
I think you're right. So let's have a look at it again. 15 over 100 times 400. Cross out the 0, cross out the 0. The answer is 60. Good job.
So I think I did it a different way. Question
What'd you
5.
do?
So
What'd you do?
like in those circumstances, like 15%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I already know that 10% of 400 is 40, and then half, and then for the 5, half of 40 is 20, and then you get 60.
Correct. Good job.
Yeah.
No problem. Maya, are you back yet?
Didn't she leave? Oh, never
No?
mind.
Okay. Yeah, she must not be back. 12% of 900. 12% of 900 should give you 12 times 908.
Yeah.
That's a free answer. Now you guys come on. Question 7, 8, 9, and 10. Still to go.
I already did that.
Okay, great. What's your answer? Question 7 then.
I already did the first two. I did so. Wait, let me find my answer. 10
Wrong.
kilograms.
Wrong.
Oh.
Try it again.
Is it 100?
It is 100.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ah.
like I think you got. Yeah, I think you forgot to write the extra 0.
Yeah. 60% of 750.
I think it's 450.
Yes, you're correct.
I
Last
got
two.
45.
You probably forgot the 0 this time.
Yeah.
3 kilometers. It says meters, so make sure you don't use 3 kilometers. You better use 3,000 meters.
Ah.
There we go.
So do we just finish the rest?
Just question 9, question 10, please.
Okay.
Twenty percent of 3,000 should be 2 times 3 is 6, so it should be 600. And then 18% of 400 people, 18% of 400, you cross out your 2 zeros, 18 times 4, 72. Cross out my 2 zeros, 18 times 4, 72 people. Should we do some more together, or do we feel pretty comfortable with this by now?
I think we should do more because like I'm not fully 100% sure.
Yeah, good, good. All right, let's go. Question 11, 15%. 15 over 100. It says kilometers, this says meters. So I'm going to not use 2 kilometers, I'm going to use 2,000 meters. Then cross out the 0, cross out the 0. 15 times 20, or 15 times 2 is 30. Add an extra 0, becomes 300.
Yeah, also you can use my way because like it's a 15. You can just do 10% of 2,000, and
Yes.
then
Add it on
so
top.
that's 20, and then yeah, 200. Yeah.
15 times 25 should be 375. All right, I'll let you guys try to do a few more by yourselves before I intervene.
What time does this class finish?
7.
10 minutes.
Will we have time to play Kahoot?
We'll find out. I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't like surprises. Yeah. Sad.
We will have time.
Yay.
You can just go a little bit over, don't worry.
We could do a Kahoot with 5 questions.
All right, let's finish these off. 5% of 2,500 becomes 125. 8% of 342 should become, ooh, that one's going to be a fun one. I'll come back to that one. 6% of 28 is also going to be a little bit fun. These ones are all going to be a little bit tricky because they're not going to work very nicely, are they? All right, I'll start with question 15 just to show you how it's going to work. Question 15, 8% of 342. All right, I've got my way, but let's try it this way. So the 8 over 100 times 342. First, you work out what 8 times 342 is, as always, right? Exactly like we did before. 2736. Divide by 100. Go back 2 places. 1, 2. 27.36. 6% of 28. Same thing, you do 6 on 100 times 28. So 6 times 28 is 168 over 100, 1, 2. The answer becomes 1.68. All right, try just question 17 for me, only. We're only going to do 17. If you can get it right, if you can start playing your game.
Yay.
Wait, which question? Question 17?
Question 17.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I got it.
What did you get?
I got 77.40.
You
Or
worked that out
77.
yourself without a calculator?
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I
I
actually
got
did.
the same thing.
Yeah, I actually
All right,
did.
good job.
Yay.
Great. Done. All right, Adele, you might have to remind me before we get into that game. I just want to remember something. You guys should have this booklet. Well, firstly, let's stop the